All right, good morning, good afternoon, good people. What we want to do today is we want to touch on some points of how to prepare for your adventure here in the Philippines. What I want to emphasize is that if it's your first trip, your second trip, your third trip, no matter how many times you're coming here to the Philippines, you need to make a plan. That's the most important thing you can do is have a plan. Okay. When I first started coming here, they said you should go to the embassy, report in the embassy that that you're here in the country. That's one recommendations of the State Department. However, when uh, when you find out that okay, you're gonna come, you're gonna spend basically a day reporting to the embassy that you're here in the country, and I found it to be a waste. But me personally, I stopped doing that. I just come in and take care of my business, start my adventure. You see, but you need to have a plan, a strategy, as to how you intend to, spend your time here. All right, because one thing for sure and two for certain, if you don't have a plan, you will have a problem. Okay, now I don't want you people to get the wrong impression. I don't want you to get the impression that you got to have every minute, every second, every planned out, but you got to have a general plan. And on top of that, you need to have somebody back in the States or wherever you're from as a contact person. This person that you can notify in the event that something happens. Let's say, for instance, you're you're leaving the airport. You've landed in Manila. You're leaving the airport. You got your luggage, right? Okay. So you got your luggage, and you're going to get ready to get in a taxi, and this taxi is going to take you to your hotel. So you get to the taxi, get to the hotel, check in. You get to your room. You start looking around, and you can't find your small bag, your bag that you have your passport. You got your ticket in it. You got uh, money in it. You got your credit cards in it. You got phone numbers of people that you can contact here in the Philippines. And you can't find that bag. And you know full well that you had it when you got off the plane. You know you had it when you got in the taxi. So what happened to the bag? Well, maybe you left it in the taxi. Maybe the taxi driver s- slipped the bag and threw it up under something. You don't know. You see, you don't know. Now, taxi drivers can be very, very dishonest. The only place I can tell you that I know for sure that taxi drivers is 100% legit, and that's Davos. Okay, so anyhow, you you don't have this. You don't have nothing. You don't even know if you got enough money to in your pocket to buy something to eat, let alone go to where you're supposed to be going. So once again, you need to have a contact person. You need to be able to contact somebody and say, "Hey, look, man, this is what's happened to me, and I need you to help me out, bail me out." You know, I need. I don't have a return flight until such and such a day, and I need to, you know, sustain myself. I'll take care of you when I get back. You know, or as soon as I can find my credit cards or whatever. But I need you to send me some money like ASAP. You need to have you a contact person like that. One or two of them, okay? Because you got to remember that once you land here in the Philippines, you're not at home, okay? And really, to be frank with you, don't nobody give a damn about you. It's about what you can do for them, not what they can do for you, okay? It's what you can do for them, not what they can do for you. They're not looking to help you, okay? They got their own problems. So if you come here on the beginning of your first leg of your trip and you got a problem, you need to have a contact person back in the States somewhere that can help you. Or you got somebody here already that you can contact that can help you and bail you out, you see, um, and keep you on point. That's why I say it always pays to have some contacts, whether you get them from a dating service or whatever, that you have some contacts with some people that's here in the Philippines, you see, and you have a couple of them because you never know which one of them will be able to come through for you. Okay, so that's the planning. You got to plan, you see, and if you plan halfway decent, you're going to have a successful trip and you're not going to have no big problems. But that's one of the main things you need to do is have you a connection back home in case of an emergency. They can send you some money and let them know that, hey, look, this is only emergency. This ain't like I done went there and spent all my money and bam bam bam. I'm just asking you to do this for me in case of emergency, in case something happens that my luggage gets stolen or whatever. And you make it clear with them, that this is what you're trying to do. And so that's I'm gonna tell you, that's the main thing you need to set up first. Okay, plan your trip, what you're gonna do on a daily basis. You need to have that set out. Why? Because if you don't have a plan to what you're gonna do, then you're gonna be just going in all kind of directions, okay? And you're going to spend money that you wouldn't normally spend, and you're not going to see the things that you wanted to see because you can easily get taken into a different direction once you get here by a number of factors, okay? So plan your trip out. Plan how you're gonna spend your time, who you're gonna spend your time with, and where you're gonna go. How you're gonna get to, um, is you gonna catch a bus? You're gonna catch a boat? You're gonna ride a tricycle? You're gonna take a taxi? Have all this planned out. How you're gonna travel once you get here? Okay, when you have all of that figured out, planned out, mapped out, you're gonna look. I went so far as to um, learn the different buses that go from different places. Like when you get in Manila, you can catch a bus and go Luzon, Visayas, and all these different places. You can catch a bus and it'll take you all these different directions. But you got to know which bus to catch. Okay. And here's another thing too. If you're catching a bus, okay, and you got luggage, man, you got to remember that when you get off the bus, you got to get your luggage. You don't do like I did, man. I was in Manila, man, and I caught a bus and left my luggage on the bus. When I got off the bus, I jumped into a taxi and I left my luggage. And I told the taxi driver, I said, man, did I have luggage? He said, no. I said, man, I left my luggage on the bus. And the taxi driver happened to know that the route that this bus takes, and this bus had left from where it dropped me off. It was at another location, and he had went there and told the driver, that hey, I left my luggage. Sure enough, opened it up. There it was. Man, I was the only luggage on there, and just so happened, all my luggage was there. None of it was missing, you know. And this was in hectic traffic in Manila, man. This guy turned that taxi around, went and found that bus, got my stuff off of there, and took me on where I had to go. But yeah, you gotta stay focused, cause like I said, man, I had left all my luggage on the bus, and I was in the taxi gone. You see, so this is something you gotta be mindful of, and it kind of pays sometimes to have your companion with you that knows the area, knows how to maneuver. In the beginning, you know, um, I maneuvered pretty much on my own, right? And then I learned that it's a lot easier if you have somebody with you, and you know, it's just more convenient for you because you ain't got to try to explain to people that they don't understand English, or you don't know where you're going, you don't know you're not saying the name of the place right or whatever, you know. However, sometimes it is beneficial to have your companion. Okay, you have to make that decision for yourself. Me personally, you know, I prefer to have a companion sometimes, and sometimes I prefer to be on my own. I went to the embassy in Manila, and I was strictly solo. Uh, I was you know navigating everything by myself, going to the places. I had to go to this one place where I was buying some parts for my motorbike, and I had never been to that place or nothing, but I got a taxi driver who was, willing to help me out, and he drove me around and took me to the place. I got the part that I wanted for my motorbike, and then once I got the part, I went on back to my hotel, and man, this chicken getting on my last nerves. and he do that every time until I say something to him, you know. But anyhow, what you want to do is decide if you're going to have a companion, if you're not going to have a companion, you know. And if you're not, then be a little more strategic about how you're going about things, because know that you're doing this on your own. You got to deal with the taxis, you got to deal with the bus, you got to deal with everything on your own. You ain't got nobody that's going to negotiate this for you. You see what I'm saying? And that being the case, you you want to be protected. Okay, be protected by knowing where you're going, what you're doing. Okay, don't make yourself a victim, because you can make yourself a victim. Uh, if you out there stumbling around, and somebody decides that you know they want to try to prey on you. Okay, so you gotta try to um, keep yourself together. You gotta remember, you know, always consider New York and Manila. Always compare the two. My comparison is that Manila is New York on steroids. That's the way I look at Manila. I look at Manila as New York on steroids, because man, there's so much happening, and it's happening so fast, and I mean, you don't have time to wink. And as the sun goes down, things go faster, and it gets more crowded. You get you get more things happening, man. It's an amazing place to be, and but me personally at this stage, I try to avoid Manila, you know, because it's just too much, man. It's for me, it's just too much. It's like New York on steroids, okay? It's an adventure, man. If you come in here and you just you know you're young and you want to adventure, man, go ahead, but be careful because you know Manila's a beast, man. It's like New York City, okay, and any and everything you want is right there, you see, and if you got money, there's there's nothing you can't get in the Philippines if you got money. If you got money, you can get a kidney transplant. You can get a organ, any kind of organ you want. All you got to do is have the money. Anything you want, if you got the money, you can get it in the Philippines. You see, so know that when you get here, that this place is, they may say third world country, man, but listen, let me tell you something. You come here to the Philippines, you can have the time of your life, okay? I just recommend that you plan it, be sensible, don't overspend, be conservative with your spending, because one thing for sure and two for certain, the worst place in the world to be with no money is the Philippines, okay? Because don't nobody give a damn about you. That's for sure. They don't give a damn about you. And there's one thing you're going to find out once you get here. And one of the main reasons why when you get here, you need to mind your own business is because when you got something, you can get anything. But when you ain't got nothing, man, it's like a desert island. Okay, you can't find nobody to say hello, nobody to say hi. You see what I'm saying? Well, before when you got money, everybody want to come. You need Kuya? You know you want something, Kuya? You need me to go to the store for you, Kuya? Kuya this, Kuya that, you know. But when they know you ain't got no money, it's another whole story. But they'll never know you ain't got no money if you mind your own business. Don't let people know what's going on with you. You see what I'm saying? Then you keep yourself ahead of the game. Because one thing for sure and two for certain, man, they receptacle people. They are very loving and kind people and everything, but they ain't got nothing to give you. Okay, so don't come here thinking that because you're in America and you done got caught in a jam that they gonna help you out. No, they don't have nothing to give you. They don't have nothing to give you, man. And you gonna be a-hole out. Okay? So have your contact back home that can help you in case of emergency. Once you get here and you get established with some locals, some people, you got some people here that, you know, might be able to do something for you if you ever got in a situation. That's what you that's the kind of rapport you build up while you're visiting here, you see. And people that you meet, try to you know, go up the scale on the people that you meet. Don't go to the bottom of the scale, because in the bottom of the scale, all you're gonna be doing is basically paying for somebody to, sit in your face and talk nice or whatever and be nice to you. You're just paying for it. But if you go up the scale with the people that you meet, those people don't need nothing from you. Their friendship is genuine. Okay. So once again, good people, I just want to impose upon you the importance of planning. Plan. Know your surroundings. Okay. Choose whether or not you're going to have a companion or you're not going to have a companion. If you're going to just go out there on your own, okay, be smart. Know that they say it's a third world country, man, but it's like New York on steroids, brother. Okay, don't underestimate. Okay, so listen, good people. One thing for sure and two for certain, when you help other people from the bottom of your heart, you're truly helping yourself. God bless. Take care. I'll see you guys later.